I wanna know, like, do y'all think hip hop is to blame for the actions of what we see in the everyday people? I do say it has a heavy influence, but a lot more goes into it. What up, world? Hemingway checking in, and today I want to talk about influence, man. Specifically, the influence between musicians and athletes. And before we get any further into it, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube page, ring the notification bell so you get all the notifications for all my videos I have coming forward this week. And now let's get back to the subject at hand. So if you are a fan of music or a fan of sports, then more than likely you have no choice but to hear the crazy stories going on around Morant right now, and some of his actions, what he's doing online, his antics and stuff like that. And it got me to thinking, like, especially in the hip hop community, the black community, we always hear about how rappers want to be the ballers and the ballers want to be the rappers. But if we're being honest, who really has the most influence? Is it the rappers or is it the athletes? In my opinion, I still think it's the rappers. As much as some people may consider it to possibly be the athlete, and I can break it down to something as simple as, if athletes or athletics or sports had that much of an influence over not only, our community, but just had that much more of an influence over the world in general, we'd have a lot more healthier entertainers, more in shape entertainers. But what happens is we usually see it on the flip side, to where we have more athletes that are doing, for lack of better words, rapper shit, and a lot of people seem to want to point blame at Morant's antics, or they want to put it in comparison to him being a fan of NBA YoungBoy. Now, I'm sure you've all seen the NBA jokes and the stuff that they're saying online. I made a couple comments online myself, but as a South Carolinian, I feel compelled to speak about it, and also as a YouTuber. This is something where it's a topic right now, and I don't really like to get into like the gossip and like doing videos just for clout. But if I can tie in hip hop and sports and somebody from the crib, I'm gonna do that at all costs. So it's like, my opinion, when you're an athlete or when you're a rapper, you're going to have an influence and you're going to make an impact. Since we're on the topic of Morant and him being a fan of NBA YoungBoy, you've also heard the video or the clip that just came out a few months ago, like the top of the year, of him basically speaking on having an epiphany or coming to a realization point of the influence he actually has and how it may have affected some kids in the streets and the actual fans of his. And with that being said, rappers or musicians, they can get away with a little bit more of a rough lifestyle, or rowdy lifestyle. You expect them to have a little bit more going on with them. When you're an athlete, you're a brand just like the rapper, but it's a whole lot more structure and contracts, and it's a lot more money tied to you, and you have to realize that you're still gonna be a role model, or you're still gonna have I don't even like to use the term role model, but you're still gonna have an influence and make an impact on people that are fans of you, and that applies to rappers as well. I was always opposed to people or artists or athletes who be like, man, I ain't no, I ain't no role model. Like, I think, was it Charles Barkley famously said that he's not a role model. I think, was it Wayne? I think Wayne said he's not a role model, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the end of the day, even if you don't want to use the term role model, because there's a lot of pressure with that particular term, but they do have a heavy influence. And we can get into the science of how music and the frequencies and all that really affects you mentally. That alone gives it way more power than what you see an athlete do on TV. But that all being said, I want to wrap it up and kind of say this. I don't know what Morant's got going on. I have seen people question if it's self-sabotage, and I personally think that that's a possibility. There's some people who want something for so long and they finally get it. Sometimes they realize that it's not what they thought it was going to be, and there could be a bit of self-sabotage. I still want to chop it up to him just being essentially young and dumb. Not really dumb from the sense that he don't know better, but just like he's choosing to make bad decisions. Why? I don't know. But I think that's just something he's doing. As somebody from the crib, from the Carolinas, I wish it wasn't the case, but at the end of the day, he's a young man, but a man nonetheless, and he got to make his own decisions. I do think the people he hang around with and the music he listens to, it might have somewhat of an influence on him, but him making it as far as he did, listening to, I'm sure, some of the same music, it's not, you can't blame the artist he's listening to for him making the decisions he makes in his daily life. Now, after a while hearing the same message, yeah, you might think in a bad situation you want to do this, that, and the third, and you might be thinking about your favorite song playing when you make the moves, or you take that action. But like, it's not, you can't blame hip hop for that. And as much slack as YoungBoy already get, like, they already giving YoungBoy hell just in general. So he don't get no slack. But as much hell as they already give him, you can't put Ja Morant on NBA YoungBoy, man. But I wanna know, like, do y'all think hip hop is to blame for the actions of what we see in the everyday people? I do say it has a heavy influence, but a lot more goes into it. Your parents, your family, your friends, and your structure in which you're raised makes the biggest difference of anything in the world when a person is coming up. So like, you can't, influence, hell yeah, but complete blame, nah, I don't think so, man. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all get down in the comments. And also, do y'all think Ja Morant and NBA YoungBoy, y'all think they can still continue to have successful careers? Like, NBA YoungBoy don't really got much issues going on right now, just more like contractual stuff, rapper beef, nothing really on no street stuff. But with that video that came out at the top of the year, I think he's kind of getting to a point to where he gonna still talk about the same subjects, but mentally outside of the music, I think he might be in a better space and be going towards a more positive space. Ja Morant, he's the one in question right now. Like, he ain't really showing no signs. Y'all think he can still turn it around and he gonna quiet it down and have a smoother career throughout his years in the league? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Again, I go by the name of Hemingway. Make sure y'all click the link in my description. Check out my latest single of the month, Coming Hard, featuring my homeboy Sauce the God. And until next time, I'm out of here.